So this is what this video gonna be about. Me trying to convince you not to burn out before you burn out. You know what? No. I need a new intro. I think this is gonna be the last episode of that intro. We're gonna be shorter and we're gonna get straight into it because y'all know me now. I know y'all know me, we family. So this is the last time we're gonna see that intro. We had a good run. Intro. I've been talking to a whole bunch of people, and like, if you're watching me right now, more than likely, you're either a small YouTuber, you're an entrepreneur that's in the beginning or the middle phases of what they're building, or you're a creative of some type, music or photography or videography. If you do this, if you talk to cameras for a living, you are a filmmaker. We're creatives, and one thing that I don't want to see us do, which honestly probably a lot of you who see this video, I'm trying not to be one, but a lot of you who see this video, what's gonna happen is, like, you're gonna burn out. And a year from now, you won't be making YouTube videos anymore. Hopefully, I can talk you out of it. So this is what this video will be about. Me trying to convince you not to burn out before you burn out. It should be simple enough, right? These are the main 3 reasons why you'll potentially burn out on YouTube before you even get started. The first one is probably no secret. You're too impatient. I'm gonna stop saying you because I don't wanna be I don't wanna do that, but I'm gonna say me. No, I'm not gonna say me, because it's not gonna be me. I'm gonna say we. First reason that we'll probably burn out is that you're too impatient. We're too impatient. This thing takes a long time. Let me explain the algorithm to you. I was in a conversation with somebody on one of my YouTube groups, and they were talking about how they watched their video 10 times and then YouTube took their views away. The algorithm, I'm not gonna explain it. We'll do a whole nother video about algorithm. But the long story short is that YouTube's intent is to keep you on this platform and to keep you watching more videos. Like how you'll watch this video and then I'll go say, check out my Getting to Know Me playlist right here in the corner. And then you'll click on that link and then you'll watch those videos. And then you're like, man, that everyday dreamer, he is a riot, but at the same time, he's very informative. So I'm gonna keep watching his videos. That's what YouTube wants you to do. Keep you on the platform. And when you do that enough, then they'll make you eligible for AdSense, so you can see the ads running through the, that whole thing that you probably skipped through the first 5 seconds. But the point is, advertisers pay millions and millions of dollars to keep your attention, to sell stuff to you. If you are not drawing people to the platform and all you're doing is watching your own self, you're trying to finesse the system, and YouTube knows it, and they're gonna take your views away if you're watching your own videos like a million times. You just can't do it. Sooner or later, YouTube is gonna find out. Is the point. So what I'm saying is that we spend so much time trying to finesse the system to try to get monetized that we don't go through the process of creating and learning and getting better and messing up and seeing what works and establishing ourselves. You know what? One of the big reasons that I did 4 weeks of Getting to Know Me is because I don't have to spend a whole minute on intros anymore trying to get y'all to get my personality, because my personality is on these video playlists. So I can just get straight into it and give you the help and the value and hopefully the encouragement and the motivation and the knowledge that you need to be your biggest and best self. Some of us will post a video and it'll get like 10 views the first week and 2 subscribers and we're ready to give up. Uh-oh, hold on, my children are on the outside looking at me.
Hola. How? Cheerio. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
I'm a dad. What can you do? You post one video and you think that you're gonna blow up, and you're like, man, I put all of that work into it and like only 10 people watch it, and like now you're discouraged, and then it takes longer for you to do that next one, and then it takes longer for you to do that next one. Do you know it takes about 35 videos for you to have enough data to know what's working and what's not? And some of us, we're not gonna make it to that 35 videos because we're not popping on those first 5 or 10. We may get one that get 100 views, and then we go back to 20, 30, 40, and now we're all discouraged again. We're too impatient. This is what my advice would be. My advice would be, give it 1 year at 1 video a week before you make any decision about anything. Too impatient. We're too impatient. Second thing why we're gonna burn out and why we're gonna quit is because we're a copycat. We're a copycat. And this is not just in like YouTube or entrepreneurship or creativity or anything. This is basically a rule in business, but especially in the arts. This is a number one thing. You take inspirations for everybody, but the sooner you find your voice, the better. You cannot be a cheap imitation of your favorite YouTuber and think that you're gonna pop. You can't do it. Listen, hold on, let me adjust my hat. One of my favorite YouTubers and a lot of other people's is Peter McKinnon. He's a great guy. I'll put the link in the description below. Pete, if you're watching this, man, hit your boy up. So, he is doing well, to say the least. But there are so many people who are doing the same thing that he's doing, to the point where y'all jacked his personality. How many, and this is for the photographers, filmmakers, even a lot of musical YouTubes, how many of y'all have seen this intro? What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here. Welcome back to yet another.
Like, that's all Peter. That's all Peter McKinnon. What's up, everybody? A lot of us do like coffee cinematic sequences and all of that stuff, man. Like, you are literally jacking his whole thing. You can't make it that way because you don't have your voice yet. You take bits of inspiration from people and things, and don't be afraid to embrace those inspirations. But when you're just like straight jacking somebody, then you're putting somebody who you think that people want to see in front of a camera instead of yourself. Even if your views and your subscriptions and all of that stuff keeps going up, that's fine. But the sad news is that they're not really getting on board with you. They're getting on board with a Peter McKinnon light. Bros, it's like you're not gonna make it long because you're gonna be frustrated because you're not comfortable in your own skin. And that's one of the harshest things in the world, is that you become comfortable being a cheap version of somebody else. Here's the thing. If there's 2 versions of the same thing, one of them isn't necessary. If you don't have the bubbly personality, like if you're not, hey everybody, like if you're not that person, don't be that person. Like, you do gotta turn up the volume. You do gotta turn up the volume on your personality so it pops through the camera, but you can't be somebody that you're not. Thing number 3 is you don't accept criticism. We don't accept criticism. I don't accept criticism well. Like, if everybody in these comment sections told me everything that they want to see better, I probably wouldn't listen to any of it. I don't accept criticism well. But I know that that's a thing that I gotta work on, and that's a thing that I gotta be conscious on, because when you think that everything's right in your mind and then somebody says something that's different to that, now all of a sudden you go into defense mode. And when you're in defense mode, you're not actually open to getting better. All you're doing is trying to prove that you're not wrong. That's a terrible position to be in. Here's a piece of wisdom that you can put in the back of your pocket. Even in every lie, there's a bit of truth. So even if somebody is like just trolling you, just like, yeah, there's some piece of foundation there that you can take as valuable information and make an adjustment. Every YouTuber tip that was like, if you do this, it'll help you grow. Every single one, without fail, it said, keep your intros shorter. Bro, my intros was like 2 minutes. Like, I thought that they were funny. I think that y'all thought that they were funny and entertaining. But for people who aren't invested in your boy like that, they may not want to sit through 2 minutes of witty banter. So that's an adjustment that I needed to make, and that's an adjustment that I'm willing to make. So yeah, even if there's more things that y'all think that can, get this train rolling a little bit, let me know. I talk to people all the time about this YouTube thing. For whatever reason, people think that my channel is bigger than what it is, which, praise God. And like, we're getting there, but people ask me for advice all the time and ask me for feedback all the time. One of the biggest things is that you're boring on camera and that you haven't put in time for lighting. If you don't understand what lighting is, it doesn't matter if you have one of these, or it doesn't matter if your makeup is done and all of that good stuff. If you don't understand lighting, it's gonna look terrible. This is all about positioning, and this is all about intensity and stuff like this. But if you take this same light, and push it up like that, it looks different. If you take the same light and move it like that, it's not too hot. If you take the same light and move it like that, then this just looks like a room. You just gotta know what kind of look you want and how to achieve it. And most people, when they're doing their YouTube, they go in their room and it looks like that. Like, you can't. It can't. That made sense, right? I hope it made sense. So while we're growing, because we're all growing together, we have to be open enough and humble enough to listen to people who may be a little bit further along or who has a better working knowledge of the thing that we're lacking, and then take that advice without being defensive. That was a long way to say that. But most of us won't. Most of us won't. Because we're in the council culture, and it's very easy to block somebody or just ghost them if they say anything that's not like supporting us and rah, and making us feel better. But you learn more in your losses than you do in your victories. So if everybody's like, oh man, you're gonna be the next great thing or whatever the case, then you're not really getting any valuable information. I gotta work out. That was a lot. A year, 2, 3 years from now, and I hope our YouTube channels are popping and we say, man, we learned a lot in this year. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. I don't. Because from what I can tell, a lot of us are just trying to get to the 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours so we can get monetized. And if you're just doing everything and you're not creating art and you're not creating value and you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're just trying to make this another stream of income, then you're gonna get real frustrated and you're gonna burn out probably faster than you think. So I hope that's not you. But if it is, make sure you subscribe to my channel before you dip. I'm playing, y'all, but now for real, subscribe.